When the Thompson family moved into the old farmhouse at the edge of Briar Hollow, they knew the place needed work, but they didn't mind. The price was low, the land was wide, and 13-year-old Lucy finally had a yard big enough for her dog, Piper, to roam. The only part Lucy disliked was the basement. It smelled of damp stone and rust, and even in daylight it seemed unnaturally dim. Her father joked that every old house had a creepy room. Lucy didn't laugh. The first time she noticed the shadows was on a Tuesday night. She was brushing her teeth when she caught something skittering across the bathroom floor in the corner of her Arja tiny shape. Quick and silent, no bigger than a mouse. She flipped on the brighter light. Nothing was there. But Piper growled at the empty corner, ears pinned back. The next evening, Lucy saw it again, this time in her bedroom, slipping under her bed like spilled ink retreating from the light. She searched with a flashlight, expecting a rat or a small animal. Only dust. That night, Piper refused to enter Lucy's room at all. By Friday, the shadows were everywhere. Not many, just one or two at a time, skittering along the baseboards, darting up a wall, disappearing the second she turned her head. They didn't behave like real shadows. They moved with intent, with purpose, always in the corners, always watching. Lucy tried to tell her parents, but they dismissed it as adjustment stress. "It's an old house," her father said. "Your imagination is filling in the cracks." But Lucy knew the difference between imagination and movement. And these things moved. On Saturday night, everything changed. Piper woke her with frantic barking. The dog stood at the bedroom door, trembling violently, staring at the ceiling. Lucy followed her gaze, and a jolt of terror froze her. Hundreds of tiny shadows clung to the ceiling like insects. They pulsed and twisted, a writhing mass of darkness, shifting in sync as though sharing one mind. Then, slowly, they began to crawl downward. Lucy screamed. Her parents rushed in, but the moment the hallway light switched on, the crawling shapes scattered, slipping into the cracks between the floorboards. The dresser, the closet door, as if swallowed by the house itself. Her parents stared at her trembling form, at Piper still growling at the walls. And for the first time, Lucy saw worry in their eyes. "We'll check the house tomorrow," her mother promised. "We'll call pest control." But Lucy didn't sleep. Morning brought no comfort. Her father returned from the basement, pale and shaken. "Something's down there," he said quietly. "I saw movement, like small people running in the dark." He blocked the basement door with a heavy chair. The family stayed together the rest of the day, lights on in every room. For hours, nothing happened. By evening, they began to hope it had all been a shared nightmare. Then, just after sunset, a soft clicking rose from beneath the floorboards, like fingernails, tapping wood, hundreds of them. The sound traveled rushing through the house like a swarm. Lucy grabbed Piper and backed against the wall. The clicking grew louder. Her father whispered, "They're coming up." The basement door creaked, the chair rattled, And then, in utter silence, the lights went out. The room plunged into blackened. The tiny shadows spilled across the floor like living darkness, crawling over each other, racing toward the family with a hunger that had been waiting for the cover of night. Lucy screamed as they reached her feet, cold and sharp. The last thing she saw before the shadows swallowed the room was Piper lunging bravely into the darkness, then disappearing beneath the writhing swarm. No one in Briar Hollow saw the Thompsons again, but neighbors say that on quiet nights you can still hear faint clicking under the ground, moving from house to house, looking for the next family who forgets that darkness is never truly empty. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more chills. We'll see you in the next one.